Greetings, comrades. Some of you may not know me. I'm kind of a new face around here, I think. My name is Alex. And tomorrow, tomorrow I want to invite you all to a rally and a march against the appropriation of public facilities by the bourgeoisie for the development of a research campus, quotes, for an organization that is complicit in the oppression of the Palestinian people by the apartheid state of Israel, along with imperialist aggression on a worldwide scale. For anybody who doesn't know, on December 19th, 2011, Mayor Bloomberg announced the partnership between Cornell University and the Technion Israel Institute of Technology in a joint venture, had won a bid for the development of a tech campus on Roosevelt Island at the southern end. What exists there now on Roosevelt Island is a hospital that is dedicated to the treatment of people with chronic illnesses. It's been serving the community since 1939, and they're closing this hospital down in order to make room for this facility in which they're handing this land over to Technion and Cornell. A bit of background on Technion. The Technion Israel Institute of Technology has worked closely with Israeli weapons manufacturing companies such as the Rafael Advanced Systems and Elbit Systems, even going so far as to developing a specific curriculum to develop an MBA program tailored specifically for Rafael managers. This is a corporation that manufactures weapons in the ongoing oppression of Palestinian people. More on that. They are one of the world's leading developers in drone technology, such as this drone that you see here, and we will have this drone out there tomorrow at this monstrosity. They've engineered a stealth drone aircraft capable of carrying multiple warheads, along with remote-controlled armored bulldozers that have been used in the unjust and brutal evictions of Palestinian people in the West Bank and in Gaza by simply flattening their homes, whether people are inside or not. So I call to you, comrades, that this is an institution that not only supports the apartheid state of Israel, but actively engages in the oppression of the Palestinian people. This is an institution that actively promotes the imperialist aggression of the financial bourgeoisie on a global scale. This is an institution that is being handed public land in our city, New York, to a private institution for their own personal gain, for the gain of an oppressing nation against the will of the working people around the world. And we all understand, as Lenin taught us in Imperialism, the highest state of capitalism, mentioned earlier, that as capitalism's crisis, the current crisis that we're experiencing now, deepens, the financial bourgeoisie finds no other recourse to their struggle, to their own desires, than to engage in imperialist warfare. You know, we see this tendency in the Western nations increasing aggression towards the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, towards the Western nations increasing aggression towards the results of the democratically elected president of Venezuela in the elections that have been occurring just a week ago. And we see this in even recent emails leaked by WikiLeaks by a private security corporation in the United States talking about regime change in these nations. These are forces that we need to oppose before they become widespread in the mainstream media, before the media starts saying that they are crazy, that they're a threat to our freedom. We have to see through the lies. We know that as capitalism finds itself as a dead end, and that the only way it can sustain itself is through imperialist conquest and the opening of new markets, when we really know that these new markets are just cheap sources of labor and cheap sources of resources for them to exploit at the expense of the people who live in these nations.
That's right.
We have to oppose these things, and so I invite you once again to join us tomorrow. 12 p.m. we meet at Union Square. And at 1 p.m., we march to the Google building, which is on 8th Avenue between, I believe, 14th and 15th Streets, where right now, prior to the development of this tech campus, Technion University is holding classes for their program that's supposed to be developed at the land that they're taking from the public. And yes, I hope to see you all out there.